Hello Aquarius, welcome to the full moon in Aquarius reading for August 19th, 2024, your full moon. It is a challenging period for us. There's a lot of planetary activity that is creating some tension, but all with a solution in the end, right? In the midst of this tension. I'll leave it at that. The direction that this reading is going in is number 4, cycle decrease. Now, 4 is an interesting number. It is the number of foundation, right? And manifestation, because it is the result of applying a proper application. And it's the result of the prior, your desire, your imagination, and your emotion, right? The emotion you put behind it, you're emoting. So this can be practical application, but because this is kind of a negative decrease, right? Things can be very plodding. It can be kind of exacting, dull work, and kind of like opposition or blocks, maybe even stagnation. Because if you think about a square or something with 4 corners, it doesn't roll very easily. This particular card is a cycle of reducing energy. So there can be a loss of energy, a loss of money, a need for possibly like greater expenditure. Maybe you have to pay for something that's going to kind of decrease your bank account a little bit, or more than you had really expected. There can be some kind of personal reduction as well. Like, we're getting ready for the school year, so it could be a child that's leaving home, right? And that kind of reduces the family a little bit. Perhaps somebody's getting married or moving away, or maybe you just have less time with them because you're working there at school. You see less of them. That kind of personal energy. In its most extreme state, it can be a severed relationship or a loss of a job. But this card says not to panic. The external situation can be changing, but you still are building and holding a power of how you respond to the situation. So if something happens, let it go, regroup, trust, and regain your strength. Okay? Because again, 4 is that kind of strong foundational energy. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. So that's the direction the reading is going in. It's a 4 cycle, so you may already be in the midst of it, and maybe we're ending this cycle now. Wow, very possibly. The first set of cards is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or if you are actively and consciously, very nice, closing out something. You can find that information here. The second set of cards is you and what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're doing. Okay. There's the decrease. And then the last set is probable outcome, probable because some things, when we are right forewarned is forearmed. If we know ahead of time, we can possibly change the situation, or at least try to. But some things we are meant to experience. However, it's always for furthering our own growth. Okay, see what I mean? Like, there's always a solution, or through this tense period, there comes a very interesting solution. So that's what's going to happen here. All right. endings and new beginnings, number 10, right? It's the end of a situation while simultaneously beginning something new. Your attitude is very important here, right? Is it a new day dawning? The Fool? Or is it the end of a very difficult day? We are just looking for some mental peace here. This is the stick a fork in me, I'm done card. You could be very tired. You could be very mentally exhausted. You could have some tension, headaches, backaches. I am kind of being drawn to this area, so you may have some lower back situations or problems here, and that has a lot to do with then your foundation, right? Your grounding, the things of the earth, the lower chakras, worthiness, but also finances. Making ends meet, the material, right? The more physical, even though it is a mental card. That may not be for everybody. That may just be some people that I'm feeling that with. But we do have the Fool card here. Now it is a bit negatively aspected, so when it's negatively aspected, it can be that we have done something foolish, or we are being fooled, or we're not paying attention to the pitfalls. However, it is also having faith, dealing with the challenges and rewards as they come, right? Not to get ahead of ourselves and be like, not expecting it to be terrible, not expecting it to be the worst. And maybe that's what's ending here, expectations of ruin. Because for me, the Fool is pure potential. It is the number 0, null, nothing, but it is a 0. And for me, the O shape is an egg, right? It holds all the information of the possibilities of, if you're going to, it's like the seed, right? If you are a seed of a tree, then you hold all that information within that, and it unpacks and unfolds in its proper timing. But it is taking a leap of faith. Okay, so you have another 6. And this is a very charitable card. So help is near. Whether you're the person who's helping because you have challenges that we face together, and this may be somebody around you, or a group around you, or it can be you receiving help. These are the haves and the have-nots, and 6 is harmony and bringing balance to the situation. It can also be minor illnesses. So maybe you need to mind your health. Again, I do feel like there are some health situations here, but it can really stem from over mental stimulation, right? Over worry, or, have its root in a mental body. However, it does come up on a physical situation. Now, this can be finances. The pentacles are the material world, the materium. That can be finances, but they can also be physical. When this card comes up, I always say it's a good time to check with your practitioner to see if all the vitamins, minerals, medication, if you're taking medication, all work well together. Because we are trying to balance out something here. And perhaps whatever it is that is ailing you on a physical level does need some supplement to help you out. Maybe you look for somebody to help you in that respect. Perhaps you need a visit to a doctor or a practitioner of some sort. Could even be, for some of you, acupuncture, especially with that 10 of Swords, okay? And they may give you some herbal sort of remedies, some teas or something like that that can help. All right. Again, it's a general reading, so that's not for everybody, but that does sort of come up with me here. Okay. You are behaving like a Queen of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups is very watery, it's very emotional, and it's a big focus on your emotion. This is a caring individual. This is somebody who shares, not because they're the greatest people on earth, but because that is their nature. Their nature is to share. It's like built in, right? It's part of their DNA. And the Five of Pentacles is, interestingly enough, challenges that we face together. So sharing in the burden, sharing in that challenge, sharing in what it is you may know about particular illnesses or challenges or that sort of thing. Again, Pentacles is the material. But it's also, and this is where your decrease is concerned, because 5 is the roller coaster ride, it's the change. And it's a difficult change. So there could be, like I said, some financial challenge at the moment. You may have to help somebody out, and that decreases your situation a little bit. Maybe somebody else is feeling that, and you're, because you are the Queen of Cups, willing to help somebody else who is kind of going through some difficulty. And you feel like, because Queen of Cups is very empathic, right? They have a lot of empathy for people. They can feel what you're going through. With that, you have the 8 of Wands, so there can be some communication where this is concerned. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, so communication is big. But it is a nice focus. It is an alignment where all our energy is moving in the same direction, and while things may be kind of up in the air right now, at least we have our trajectory and we're moving in a swift manner here. There's no scattered energy. It's kind of like, okay, I'm feeling this, we have to take this particular action, and we just go and do it, right? Or I'm having financial difficulties, so I have to take this particular action, and you just go for it. Everything is just moving rather swiftly and mercurial, right? It's quick, it's swift. However, things can still be up in the air, and this up in the air may also be the reason why we're feeling this 5 of Pentacles, why we're feeling this challenge at the moment. And you want to be really careful with the 5 of Pentacles that we don't have a lack consciousness, right? Which can also bring decrease. I would say like a decrease in faith a little bit. I do definitely feel like somebody had to give up money for somebody else. They're helping somebody else, and this could have put you in a little bit of a situation financially yourself. But it seems to me like you recover that fairly quickly. Again, that may just be for one person in particular. The outcome is the 7 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. You have a little bit of everything here. You have some sword action, some pentacles, some wands. Not too much emotion, but that, like I said, that Queen of Cups is all about emotion. So I don't know that you need any more than that. 7 of Swords is kind of shoring up your atmosphere, making sure that everything is copacetic. That so it can be open enemies. It doesn't feel like that for me. I really feel like it's kind of like strategizing a little bit, but it is kind of like taking in account for your atmosphere. So when I got this card once, I had bears in my garbage. And so I had to make sure that my garbage was bungeed down, and I didn't put any food waste in the garbage. until I knew the garbage man was coming. You know, it's taking those steps to make sure that nothing goes wrong. That's the Seven of Swords. It's very strategic energy. And then you have the 6, another harmonizing card. So this is victory in group situations. So whatever it is you're doing strategically, again, a group of people benefit from it. People can have very good things to say about you because of this. It is leading a group into victory. It is it's like we get over the hump, right? So number 5 is the hump. 5 is the challenge. 5 is the difficulty, but 5 is the instability that pushes us to find harmony and balance, number 6. And you do. You find it through good strategic methods, through your sharp intellect, and like I said, shoring up your atmosphere, making sure that everything's tight and well oiled. And so you get to do sort of a little victory lap with the 6 of Wands, where you know that there's more to go, but you've gotten over that hump. You've harmonized things, and so take your victory lap and understand that you continue on. There's more to go. Wow. Then you have the Knight of Cups. You can even, it's time for some fun. We can really get over this 5 of Pentacles, right? We can relax a little bit. We can enjoy ourselves again. We can, drink a glass of champagne and celebrate, with that 6 of Wands, with that small victory that we had. It's time to enjoy ourselves. It's time to have a little relaxation. The Knight of Cups is is looking for a good time. It's no other way to put that. He's looking for some fun. It can be an invitation to go out. It can be an invitation to enjoy, especially with a group of people. Maybe you have a little party or a little celebration after this, or you could just kind of, for me, it feels like you can just relax. Again, there's no tension, there's no heavy energy around this. What does Spirit want you to know? Honesty. Honesty will ultimately be rewarded. Okay, so be honest with yourself, be honest with others. If you can help them, help them. If you cannot, you cannot. Be honest. And that is that 8 of Wands as well, very communicative, but things moving swiftly in the right direction. There's no crossing of ideas or mental acuity, right? We're straightforward, honest. Okay. All right, I hope this has been helpful. All's well that ends well. Thank you for listening. Like I said, it's a tense period, but it brings with it solutions. So it's really a pretty interesting learning situation. All right, once again, thank you for listening. I appreciate your viewage. I'll be back in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. I hope this has been helpful. Take good care for now. See you on the other side. Bye.